On the last time of Dungeons and Dragons Grave of Man, are we starting the episode before or after the battle? It was after the battle, right?
The battle had started.
Oh, yeah.
It ended with Greg shrinking himself.
Right. So, after we convinced the druids over in the port district that a group of vagabonds had remedied the taint of the crystals and saved the druids that were us in disguise, he proceeded to make way for the town, possibly with the intent of destroying all who dwelled there. But we beat them to it, set up a couple of traps that were avoided. I was very disappointed about that. And then a battle commenced. There were giant tree ants and giant dogs, and Greg also shrunk himself. Because the Burning Axe of Wonder will always... How many times did you roll, like, crits? That was insane.
They were like...
Often.
Yeah.
We'll go with.
Right. So, after a harrowing battle, we finally defeated all our enemies and are taking a much-needed rest. And we are also left with a couple of questions, namely, what to do about the druids and their leader, Thistlethorn. It's Thistlethorn, right? Yeah.
I think, yeah.
That's pretty much all that happened. And we were accosted by a bunch of townspeople.
They kept saying the same thing over again. The blacksmith has cool armor, or whatever. I wasn't really listening.
Is that different from I Hate Gorlar?
I mean, that was the other guy.
Oh, also Kahuna was left in the swimming hole. We better return at some point. Though, we might be met...
Was he? I thought he was with it this whole time.
No, Kahuna.
No, you left him in the Lake District. Because he couldn't fly on the chariot with you.
Oh.
Yeah, we all left on the chariot.
There's so many
different
almost
Lake
leavings.
Districts.
Oh, also, Skitter was scouting out the
times where we almost leave
cavern.
him.
Because there was the cavern up north that we described. The one that went under the
keep. So you guys pretty much slept for the night. And Skitter went off to go do things because...
He was going to scout there because we thought that it would be a good place for the villagers to take refuge in the instance that there was another attack by the druids.
Yep, they're there now.
Oh, what about all the zombies?
I haven't seen any more zombies. Didn't see any in the tunnels.
No more wriggle worms?
I told them not to step on, anything other than, like, cut stone.
Okay. Well, I mean,
it's probably better than here.
Well, at least they'll be safe so long as they're secluded. I mean, hopefully they'll get up and get some fresh air every once in a while. But it's definitely better than being in a town or location that druids will be likely to attack. I am befrazzled.
It's okay. Good recap. I mean, I don't know who you're talking to.
I am tired. But I just got up, technically. Okay. Back in the game.
I just picture that every time we do that, like a recap, our characters are like writing in the journal. Or in Greg's case, like, I don't know.
Stick figures.
Yeah.
Alarm
Playing
should
with some
definitely
dollies.
be keeping a journal.
Yeah.
I really like the idea. Okay, no, I like this canon now.
Terrestrial adventures.
No, Greg is illiterate, I think. We did establish that he was illiterate, right?
If he can read, he's bad at it.
Okay, so instead his save game is him just playing with like some hand-cut dolls that he made. And they're not terrible, but they're definitely not like something you'd expect. I get the feeling he just has like a bunch of like kind of effigies of the entire party tied to his waist, plus some like stand-in ones.
Yep, pretty much.
It's almost cute.
That'd be weird.
Well, now it's a thing.
If druids are going around breaking shit, probably want to get rid of this. That way they don't come tracking me down. I think that the druids probably have...
I don't think they can read that language. I don't think you can read that language.
I saw my name. That's all I needed to know.
Fair enough.
Anyway, point is, I assume that, we killed every trace of the druids who will possibly have any beef with us. So.
Oh yeah, their
we should
entire
be good now.
organization's gone forever now, and the game's over, and we win.
Yeah. What's a game?
Do you want to play?
Lauren.
Yeah.
What state is
still have
the
your chariot?
explosion at right now that's threatening
mean-
our
Yeah, I'm
entire
gonna walk away from
our
it.
entire church?
I can summon it.
It's like kind of out here now.
I was saying before that's like the safest place we've ever been to, but it does have like a nightmare explosion slowly absorbing it,
yeah.
seemingly.
How do you predict the trajectory of all those, or what their
Well,
max
I mean,
distance will be?
It looks like it might be affected by gravity. It's really hard to tell.
Does the explosion appear to be actually affecting the walls of the church, or is it too weak?
Yeah, so there's the wall of the church is actually like starting to degrade pretty hard as these things are slowly pushing into it, because the church wall is taking damage in real time. The destroyed bush is taking damage in extreme slow motion, so the church wall is going to deteriorate before the splinters do.
This is what I get for saying this is like the one safe place we've ever had as a party, is that we get to watch it slowly melt into slag.
Yeah,
It turns out,
to
Drez,
destroy these splinters.
everything you care about dies.
Yay!
All right, Lauren.
Yeah.
Do you resummon the chariot? How are we gonna get back up to Kahuna?
I could resummon the chariot.
Or you
All
could
right,
just
we'll
walk.
do that.
I mean, doesn't it take us a couple hours to get across
It's 4
that?
hours.
Huh?
It's about 4 hours.
Oh, come on.
It's a long hike.
Yeah, let's just fly there.
Okay.
Kaboom, Pegasus!
So you guys hop aboard the Pegasus and you go back to here. Okay, so...
Kahuna! Yeah.
Yep, so Kahuna's there.
Kahuna, while we were away, did you spy upon anything peculiar going on in this area?
What would Kahuna...
Come on, I can speak Aquan.
You can, but he can't.
But
And
water
and he's
elementals
really
speak
stupid.
Aquan.
Yeah, but water elementals are a fair bit smarter than Kahuna is.
What if I fed Kahuna an orb? Would he become smarter?
orb
Damien!
Oh God!
An
We're gonna
orb of
upgrade
smartitude.
Kahuna. Oh no!
Damien, do you think if I fed Kahuna an orb, he would attain more strength or more intellect?
Why would we upgrade him and not just ourselves?
You could upgrade Kahuna if you wanted to, but that might be a crime somewhere.
A crime?
As an object that had sentience foisted upon it.
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this, and I don't think Kahuna did either. But you could do it, and he might thank you eventually.
Perhaps I'll refrain from permanently altering a living corporeal being.
I don't know if he counts as alive.
We have some duct tape orbs, right? You want to
Yeah?
turn them into a duct tape elemental?
That'd be horrible.
No, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not saying we have to do it. I'm just trying. I'm interest checking. Keep an open mind.
His new name would be Safe Word.
Never mind. Now I don't want to.
Find gaffer tape and we can call him Samwise.
Never mind. Bye.
Combine
Oh.
him with chalk and name him
Okay,
Sandlot.
well, come on, Kahuna. Hope you liked the water. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just trundle on ahead.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
hey, we should be sneaky about this.
Nah, everyone's gone.
Are you sure?
Nope. All right. Here, let me make myself sure.
Wait, what does that mean? That's a terrifying thing to say.
Perception.
A 4.
Okay. So Greg, you get the very distinct feeling that you've never been here before.
Never been here before. That means nobody else has either.
I am going to cast Pass Without Trace.
That's a reversal since the beginning of this campaign.
I could use greater invisibility.
So everyone
Alright,
in
if
the
everybody
party
else
has
wants
plus
to
10
sneak,
to dex to
then-
stealth checks.
Oh, geez. That's helpful.
I've had that the entire game.
Everyone in the party?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, is the pass without trace for
It
everyone?
says range self.
Yep.
Drez masks himself and companions.
Oh, never
No
mind. Then
way.
I don't need
Okay,
the
I'm looking
invisibility.
this up.
I picked this up the moment that we were arrested that one time. And I was like, this will help us with our jailbreak. And then you picked fights
A
immediately.
veil of shadows. So, hold on. Realistically, would we just be like this big, ashy, like, blob moving through the air?
Don't think about it.
No. I want to undercut your efforts.
So, mostly what it does is it makes you blend in with shadows better. And also you don't make as much noise when you move.
Hey, yeah, these
So
trees
instead
should
of-
be
Okay.
casting shadows.
Clinking and clunking. Okay.
We also don't leave tracks.
Yes.
All right.
And we can't
I'm
be
gonna. Since I don't really have much in the way of sneaking, and apparently everyone wants to sneak around, I'm gonna climb up into this tree and wait.
Okay. Which tree are you in? That one?
That
okay.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got behind it.
Okay, so you get up in the boughs. Are you all just climbing the tree?
When the bow breaks,
Well,
the
for
Greg
some
will
reason,
eat
I'm
shit.
incapable of getting behind the tree, but Kahuna is.
It just depends on what layer your sprite's on.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Actually, if I'm gonna commit to this idea, I'm gonna choose big tree over here.
Sprite.
And let me get your athletics roll. There you go.
Okay.
Big tree.
Yeah, so you sling yourself up into the big tree, and it's actually pretty comfortable. It kind of looks like
Very poofy.
yeah. It looks like the
What is Skitter's stealth modifier now?
give me a sec.
It's
I
got
just
to be like
realized,
50
I'm
or
like,
s-
I'm like, at
I
some
mean,
point, does
even
he
like
just
an-
win the game?
and even an average roll for him has to be like in the high 40s at this
So-
point.
I am
What?
going to
No, hold on.
peer in this window.
Oh, there we go.
stealthily.
There we go. That's the proper roll. So Skitter disappears from the universe, I guess.
Okay.
43.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that number before.
He went shopping while you guys were busy.
Ah,
He always does
uh,
that.
Okay. I'm gonna peek in the window. What do I see?
Okay, so Lauren,
Yeah.
you peer in there.
Oh,
and
I
you
should probably use my investigation check.
Yeah.
Bing.
Okay, so you look inside, and unfortunately, I don't have interior tile set set up, but it's not that big of a deal. You see a room filled with boxes and barrels, and it looks largely untouched, though I believe somebody has destroyed a fair number of them.
And is there any indication as to what they once contained?
It looks like a number of them were like, might have been like food and drinks mainly. Some supplies. There's some like spare furniture in there and like plates and cups and stuff.
But it's entirely empty. It's devoid
Make a
of
wisdom
life.
check, by the way.
Okay.
Probably wisdom.
Wisdom.
I don't know. Okay. You remember this place.
Oh.
You have been here before. The exterior is different, but the interior is most definitely a place that you visited, a good 62 episodes ago.
Is this the place with the secret passage?
Yes.
Hey.
Wait, so when I investigation checked earlier, that's what you were trying to hint at to me? All right.
You know what would have really given it away is the original joke of this campaign.
Which
Just
was?
find Drez was here signs.
Oh, God.
You never put any of those outside, from what I remember.
No, they're like
very
in the
first
cave and
meme.
stuff. Or in the
Yeah.
hole that the tree is currently covering that bird's
Yeah.
at.
I
In the
thought
book
you may
of
have
Dres
put one in the
Genesis,
green gem
God
room.
declared Dres was here.
One of them incriminated me,
Mhm.
You're right.
which is coincidentally why I have passed without trace, was to try to get out of that situation.
You know what? There is actually a Dres. Dres was here on the map.
Is there really?
Yeah,
Did you find it?
yeah, I found it. Let me.
Oh, it's like it's like in the most obvious spot.
There it is.
Boy,
let's see it.
that would have been relevant.
Yeah.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Look down. Right where we came in.
Yeah, you guys were probably standing on
What?
it and talking to
Oh
the
my
druid
God.
over it.
That's like my
Why
name
did you
was
put
just-
it there?
Wait
Well,
a
it
minute.
was different. It was a different place back then.
So, if this is that initial Lake District town port where we fell into the world,
Yeah,
How
we all
big's-
woke up in the mud just south of here.
yeah, how did the buildings change? What did their exteriors look like? What makes them different?
So
than what they were?
the buildings have not changed. This is what they would have looked like had I,
Oh.
sat down and drawn them back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I recognize this place now.
Yeah, we-
Holy
we-
crap!
We just got Evo landed.
Yeah. The art budget went up
They
by a bit.
transitioned art styles midway through.
Yeah, I remember this place clearly now.
Yeah, we fought dryads like right where you are right now, and then we
Yeah.
went up to the top left where and then vines covered it.
Wasn't there a bunch of stuff in the lower left corner though? Like there was houses with guards in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there were
Now
houses
there's
like including
trees.
the one
Now there's
place.
trees. Oh, they got chrono triggered, like the cathedral.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
if
go
you
there
look-
and see if I can find it.
Okay. So you go digging around in the kind of dense forest that more or less sprouted over the past week or so. And you do actually find a fair amount of buildings, or like the rubble from the buildings.
Yeah, I assume I
crushed
can't
underneath.
like get into them or anything like
Yeah,
that. Like, they've
you
just
might
been
be able to
utterly
find your way
demolished.
into the basement of that one building. But it looks like, kind of much of this area has been aggressively terraformed.
Wasn't Drez?
Maybe we can
Drez!
find my starting weapon.
I was gonna say, wasn't your spear in the basement?
Okay. It was not the basement of that thing. You
No,
left it
was
in the hole. Yeah.
Over
Where the big
Greg
tree is
fought
now.
a barrel.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, I smashed that barrel good, didn't I? I smashed that barrel good,
You
right?
tried to
Oh.
open a barrel and you got like a nat 20.
Now,
Back
can
in
you
the
remind
tree.
me? Did we
Yep.
leave that one very creepy tavern keeper alive?
Greg, make a perception check.
Is he
can
the
do.
tree?
I don't think we ever went in the tavern, actually. I think you,
No, it was
When
locked. We were never able to get in. I don't see shit. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah, you don't... Wow.
There was the thing where we opened the house in the bottom left and like there were still people inside. They were like, "What do you mean undead?"
So, here.
Well, those are the guards.
Sorry, I put a
the
tree...
guards.
I put a tree in
Ah,
the-
they're
in the way.
moving.
Let me move that. Shh, you didn't see anything. Anyway, there's two entrances to the building directly next to you guys.
I think that
There's
tree might
the-
be an illusory wall.
It just
Quick,
no,
hit it with
it just
something.
very politely gets out of the way so you can see the entrance that it was blocking, guarding.
Guarding. That implies intent.
No, that tree does not move. It was always there. I just redid the map and then I realized I put the tree in the wrong spot.
Okay.
Tree retcons.
At least that tree.
Oh
It's
well.
really weirdly unnerving to see that many trees and then see one of them move.
Well, perhaps we should see what the druids have been up to around here. I will sneakily open the door.
Okay. So that door opens no problem. In fact, I think... Did Skitter unlock that one or did Greg bash through it? I don't really
I am
remember.
stealthy.
Yeah. Well, remember, you have an additional 10 on top of that, so you're
Oh.
really stealthy.
Really?
Yeah, you got... how long does Pass Without Trace last?
1 hour.
Yeah, so you guys are real sneaky for a while. So you get in that building, and even though they haven't drawn the interiors, if you want me to, I can go dredge them back up. But it almost seems like people have been in this room and haven't really messed with anything. At least that's from what you can see with like a cursory glance.
That's kind of a weird observation.
I'm gonna put on the death mask.
Okay, there is in that room nothing.
All right.
Part of it is she needs to roll investigation checks and perception checks if she wants more useful information. I was starting to give more details, and I'm like, wait a second, she hasn't earned that yet.
I see. That would
Fine.
explain it.
I'll
I guess.
investigate
Okay,
with
there
the
you go.
mask.
Okay, so what I was going to fully say is it looks like people kind of were investigating this room and might have actually been tracking you guys when you had originally come through. And so they'd like kind of searched through the wreckage of all the stuff that you broke and like pushed some of it out of the way. So there was like an easy walking path instead of like walking through splintered barrels and boxes and stuff like that. And it looks like the trapdoor on the other side of the room is closed but uncovered.
Ah, so that means they found the way into the cavern where the cells were.
Yep.
Which house was it that I found the lover's diary in?
Lover's diary.
It was the document about
Oh,
like merchant exchanges, but I nat one it, so I thought it was about sexual.
you found that in the tavern.
Yeah.
That's the 2-story building in the middle. You found it in there.
God, that was a long time ago. That's
Yeah, it
weirding
was.
me out.
Okay.
Now we're
so,
new game plus in it.
You could use the mask on that one corpse we found, even though its ghost is probably gone now.
Well, I do want to see the corpse of the Grand Master again, because that was the guy that we got the black rod off of, and his followers have since taken it. So I want to see what its significance is. Maybe we'll see that guy.
Are
Okay.
you talking about the corpse of the druid?
No, not the corpse of the druid. The corpse of the Grand Magus that's in the basement.
How many corpses were down there?
There were
A couple.
There were a couple of zombies in a cell. 2 guards that the shopkeeper had employed, and then a dead mage that you found in the cell that like you entered into, and he had an illusion cast on him.
Yep.
No, I thought it was a druid corpse, and that's why the druids went after me for putting a message by it.
There was a druid corpse like maybe 100 feet away in the secret room behind the ogre.
The one where the
Oh,
vines
yeah,
attack us?
That was
Yeah.
where we got the green crystal that
Yeah.
we gave to Eartos.
You got the green crystal from the dead druid.
Yeah, so,
We still don't know what happened with the green crystal, do we?
well, we gave it to Eartos and haven't seen
We don't know
him
what happened to
since.
him either.
Right. We know that his band got slain over in the fortress, but not Eartos himself.
We don't know how many of them there were, though.
I thought that
There was also the
4
ones
initially.
that we freed from the cells.
Oh, yeah, that would be 2 or 4 more,
I
depending on
just
how...
remembered that we sent the
kobolds.
Kenku off to suicide.
Oh, well, they
Hey,
ran off before...
They
oh,
ran off before we could explain. They're stupid.
They ran off and exploded.
Okay. So, I want to go see the Grand Master again. Is that all right?
Sure. I mean, it takes a little bit. So you,
Skitter, does anyone want to accompany me?
Let's go to places.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna dredge up the map.
We're
just
leaving
so that we have
Greg to be one
a
with
visual.
nature.
And a bugbear in a bear tree.
You can keep making perception checks occasionally if you so wish.
I could do that, or I could take a nap.
Okay.
13. Maybe I see something. Probably don't.
I'm a bugbear.
I mean, it's not
in a
very
tall
hard.
tree.
It's. I mean, I had actually forgotten about this, but you find Drez's old spear.
In the tree?
Yeah,
in the tree.
Yeah, it's grown in the tree. You also find a body inside a barrel that's grown into the trunk.
Oh, right, because that's
I
probably...
kick the barrel off of the tree branches.
Oh no, it's not. It's inside. Like
Oh.
this tree grew around all of it.
It's like those
Wait, so
fences
the
that you
spear is
see.
like embedded in the tree?
Yes, you might be able to extricate it if you tried.
Oh. Oh, I am trying.
Okay. So you are you just like pulling it out because like it is fused in there? This
This
is
seems like
more
the
of a
kind of
delicate thing.
effort that could climax in an incredibly unstealthy result.
Mhm.
Oh, I should try this until I get the worst result then. Alright, no.
Just like explodes out and you fall out of the tree screaming.
Drez! Drez!
He's whispering.
Now that I'm closer to you, I don't need to shout. We're trying to be stealthy. Drez!
That's
The
not...
spear's in the tree.
What?
The spear!
I just found that
It's in the tree.
like 5 minutes before I lost it.
Yeah, it's in the tree.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go get it.
We're doing things?
Okay. Get
When's
her.
the last time you saw me hit a dude
Yeah?
with anything?
You want to help me get Drez's spear out of the tree?
Okay.
Hey, I dipped him first.
Oh. Um.
Just don't
It's
go
like
with him, he'll
intense
forget.
staring going on.
He's just gonna forget he asked you in about 10 seconds.
I mean, Hmm.
Drez doesn't even use physical weaponry anymore. He's a spellcaster.
Ah, God.
That was like
it's really
the one
stuck
time in
here.
the whole campaign I used a physical weapon. Was the one time I used that and then lost it.
Oh, God.
We don't know what dangers lurk down
I
in those
don't know how to get
caverns.
a spear out of a tree anyway.
These rolls.
All right.
Um,
I have a great axe.
sorry, Greg.
All right, I'm going to use the axe on the
We're
tree.
gonna go down there and come back
Oh,
up and he's
no.
gonna be
Okay.
surrounded by enemies.
So you hit the tree.
That's gonna send
Oh,
a signal to all
no.
the druids. Just watch. Watch them have some kind of weird rooted hive mind.
And almost
Probably-
immediately,
Probably did trip some sort of alarm.
almost immediately,
Or the
everybody
tree
make
comes to
perception
life.
checks, actually.
No.
Every time you want to do something, Greg pulls you back.
We can just hide in the
Okay.
house. We don't need to deal with your mistakes.
I don't see whatever it is, probably.
Let me see. And once again, I've lost Skitter's character sheet. I hate that. I got to stop recording this on Firefox. But I don't have another browser set up because Chrome is being stupid.
The new
Okay.
versions of every browser suck. They broke everything.
Yeah, like, so the problem is anytime I get anywhere close to the top of the screen, to like switch tabs or whatever, Firefox is like, oh, you want to see the top bar? And I'm like, no, I don't want to see the top bar. I full screened it for a reason. It's like, but you want to see the top bar? No. And
So
then
in
Chrome
short,
won't.
probably all oblivious but Drez, but he probably gets more points for
Yeah,
druidry.
so none of you guys notice,
For
which
druidry.
means they get a sneak attack.
They.
Yeah.
Who's they?
So, let's see. Do any of these? No. So, Greg, as soon as your axe bites into the tree, you hear just thump, 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 and
What
a
the
tree
hell?
just comes barreling into you
Ah!
and knocks you away. Let's see if he can hit you.
I knew those roots looked like feet.
Does that hit?
I think... No, 23.
Okay, so it bounces off of you.
They do
and-
look like feet.
Yeah, they do look like feet. It's kind of like it looks really stupid. It's kind of like a
shuffling.
yeah. It's a treant that is not meant for combat, but is in combat anyway because that's what it's here for. Okay, and it does not hit you. And then the other treants start moving in.
Ah.
Surprised this one moves too.
It bamboozled.
I think that's all of them.
Oh wait, that one tree is in the wrong order now. On the layers.
Yeah, probably.
My perspective.
Okay, so
My perspective.
the other ones. I'm sorry I can't magically make background elements be not background elements. I was really tempted to make these trees slightly different. And then I realized there were no shadows below them. And then you pointed it out, and I'm like, don't look at them, don't look at them.
This makes like
It's
color
the end of Divinity
differences.
Original Sin 2 all over again.
Okay.
Oh.
So none of them can see Skitter, and they can't all like clamber in. So one of them is going to clobber Kahuna, and one of them is
What?
going to try and clobber Drez.
No. This is exceptionally rude.
Okay,
You know,
so 8
if
damage
you
to
just helped me
Kahuna,
with the tree, this never would have happened.
8
It
damage to
definitely would have
Kahuna,
happened.
and 12 to that face. 12 damage to Drez. Unless it missed Drez. I don't actually know what your armor class is.
19.
Okay, so it did hit you.
It was
And
nice having
then-
full health for a moment there.
Then roll initiative, I guess.
Okay, that's a fair idea.
I mean, pretty much just to determine what order you guys are in, because let's see, did we get a okay, there's the Greg initiative. I really wish this would just automatically sort based on
I don't know why it doesn't do that. That's really
Yeah.
stupid.
So there's 6 treants.
yes. There are 6 treants.
Face.
As a person that probably would know how like tough a regular treant is, these are not regular treants. These are weaker looking, or at least they don't.
Which ones are the treants?
They're the ones without the shadows.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put faces on them.
They're vampire. They're
A couple
vampire
more, anyway.
treants. Don't question it too hard. You know what?
You need to try to recreate the face
Red.
that Plank had.
All right, I can try that. I'm gonna have
I'll mark them with colors though.
Okay.
Also
Good
make
call.
this easier because the faces might not last. It's actually a
see
lot of
here.
them.
There.
It was like this, and then it was like this.
There you go.
Oh wow, that is
Thanks.
it's actually
It was
fairly
like-
spot on.
This.
Thanks.
What's spot on?
Yeah.
Which tree?
Plank.
All right, and
I
I
made
called
the one
dibs on the
with
last
the-
tree because
the
I
cute
know exactly what I
face.
want to do. Oh wow, nicely done with the colors on that one.
I watched that show too much.
Oh, you're doing that one. I thought you were doing the one up top. I guess I'll get the one up top. What?
This became arts and crafts. Oh, you're drawing a handsome anime man.
AKA Solaire. I mean the Solaire face.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. Okay. Dormitory.
I'm late to the party.
I've
God.
got this vague idea that some of these people drawing might have tablets.
Nope.
I'm using a tablet, but I'm using it to practice drawing while I'm playing D&D. But
Cool.
I shouldn't have just confessed to that.
We
Anyway.
already knew. I think
know.
we've known that since like episode 10.
That's why I get like quiet and then louder, like periodically.
I know.
Because you're leaning away from the
sorry.
microphone.
I need it's comfortable.
I have to wear a wrist brace. This is terrible.
Okay, so Skitter goes first. He's sneaky. He's gonna get around and he's gonna bash him, smack him a tree, and it will have no idea.
Because he has 1 billion stealth.
Yes. So he takes a big old chunk out of this one.
His stealth bonus is bigger than dice.
Yes. As long as he rolls a natural 1, I'm fairly certain he'll make it. Let's see. No. Okay, so Greg, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna give Big Ekans face guy right next to me a. Oh, hi, Kahuna.
What is going on?
I
This is kinda-
accidentally
That was weird.
I hit copy. I had hit paste, which apparently paste. I have separate clipboard
I guess I'll
for
reroll that. That
art
should hit.
assets and otherwise.
Well, all right.
Okay.
One of those awkward moments where you're in like a dialogue system in a game, and then while the dialogue's happening, a random character materializes in the background and disappears.
Yeah. Bulging husk.
You know, if you remind me, I will need some like particularly corrupted looking enemies later. Yeah, can somebody in chat remind me to make a rendition of the bulging host for an enemy later, because we're gonna need it.
Ew. Is the bulging host like an amalgamation of arms and legs?
No,
and
the bulging-
disgusting
No,
the
it's
flesh?
like
bulging
a big
host-
slug.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh.
weird big meaty slug that likes to show up and interrupt things.
Huh.
Yeah. He's actually kind of cute. I think we killed him handily. Anyway,
He
so
was
you
the
just
best
hit him
part of that
once?
game. Well, I'm gonna do an extra attack. I was just waiting to see
Okay.
if that hit or not.
Yes, it did. They're not very
Okay,
hard to
here's-
hit.
Here's the extra attack. Hey, there
Okay,
you go.
and that
Choppy,
hits.
choppy.
So 38.
I
damage.
googled bulging host, and I got a picture of Mario Lopez made out of chocolate.
I'll find it.
Might actually just load that game up again and play it for a little bit.
A
and see if we
strange
can really find
result.
When I look up bulging host pixel privateers, I just get our Let's Play series of it.
I mean, it's not like a whole lot of people played Pixel Privateers, I believe.
Nah. Anyway. So that ends my turn.
Okay. Alarin, it's your turn.
Okay, my turn.
You're surrounded by trees.
I'm gonna try a new attack. It's gonna be the Cone of Cold.
Okay, so you're hitting all three of those trees. Do they have to make dex saves?
Constitution saves.
Okay.
Or they take 8d8 cold damage. Or half as much, otherwise.
Okay.
A creature killed becomes
1, 2,
a frozen
3.
statue.
I think they all succeed. Roll damage.
Oh, they all succeed?
Trees are beefy. If it was dexterity, it would be a little easier.
No, that's true. So they take half that.
Something has gone horribly wrong if a bunch of trees do a dex save. They better be Groot at that point.
I mean, they've got negatives on dex saves, so pretty much it's not the question of whether or not they dodged, it's more of a question of whether or not you missed. Okay, let's see. Drez, it's your turn. You were being threatened by Tree Fist.
I am mad at my neighbor, and I'm going to
I
destroy
erased
him.
the face by erasing my cone. Oh, thanks.
But instead of that much damage, it actually takes the 100% damage. It's a magical plant.
You're just happy to be doing...
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so 64
The 64 damage to Frowny Pink.
Okay, so he just withers,
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
the
leaving
face
an angry
remains.
face behind.
Ah,
We should just we should just leave the faces forever where each tree ant dies.
Alright, sure, why the hell not? I don't care.
Okay, and then plank tree number 1 is going to move in for Smackums.
Ah.
He's going to try and clobber you. Let's see.
They're surprisingly brave after seeing that happen.
Or they're just not very smart.
Law of averages on this campaign, it's probably that one.
You take 16
We have
damage
an
from
affinity for very stupid things.
Club Fist.
Oh, I
Are these
forgot Kahuna's
evergreens?
turn,
No,
didn't I?
these most definitely are small maples, maybe? Or like... I don't know, what's a particularly fluffy looking tree?
I have no idea.
I like maples.
The fluff tree of fluffiness.
Like, is it a Dr. Seuss tree?
Just a weird ball of hair on the end of a stick.
Oh, God. You made it worse.
Yeah, it's probably like an American red maple or something like that. It's some kind of maple,
I
because
love
maples are
maples.
particularly fluffy looking trees.
I'll take your word for it.
They're
That's
like round. They look like Seussian trees, kind of.
Well, they have beautiful leaves. All the maple leaves.
When I
Okay.
googled fluffy tree, the first result I got was like the Mario Brothers of answers, because somebody took a photo of a dead tree with no a winter tree with all the leaves gone, but behind it perfectly is a cloud.
Oh, can I do Kahuna's roll retroactively? Does that hit a tree or no?
That does.
Okay.
They are bigger than Kahuna, so he can't whelm, though.
Right, so he's just smacking.
The
Yeah.
faces are migrating around the
He's just
trees'
smacking
heads
the-
as you move the trees.
The
so
one
it's
with
looking,
the cat face.
It's getting
like-
kind of weird.
It's like they're looking around, like
Schmack.
particularly
Schmack.
the two-tooth one. The buck-toothed one looks like he's looking around and stuff.
He's
you
like,
know?
what's happening over here?
I'm not sure if I want to be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway so I can feel included.
Anime face guy kind of looks a little bit more lecherous.
Looks like his face doesn't quite want to be part of what he's up to. Anyway, let's see. So Alarin is going to get smackumed.
No.
Miss.
Yep. Miss.
Kahuna hit.
Oof.
11 damage to Kahuna.
Okay.
And then Greg gets
Ow.
yeah.
Lots of hits on Greg at the moment.
Okay, Greg
He is
takes 33
outnumbered.
damage.
Oh,
Like, you guys are going to finish with this
Oh.
combat and then probably do another long rest.
I mean, it's a significant number of enemies from the beginning of the session.
It's true. It's just like, wake up, fly to next place, get smacked around for a while, go back
Yeah,
to
that's how
bed.
boxers live.
How much you want to bet if we could have just gone about our business, gone into the inn and the secret passages and whatever without disturbing the trees?
You're telling me that something in our lives might have gone without a hitch if it wasn't for Greg?
They're alive. Okay, so did the trees have their turn?
They had their turn all over Greg.
Okay, yeah, they had their turn, so it's Skitter's turn. Sorry, somebody was being a pest and, like, trying to notify me about meaningless stuff on,
Shots fired.
Well, no, like, I was getting Discord notifications from somebody that had no business messaging me. It's like, hey, you want to call me? I'm like, who?
It's their
Anyway,
grandmother.
Yeah, I usually don't respond to direct messages just because I don't want to encourage.
I just looked over
them
and I
at
suddenly
all.
had 17 Discord messages, like, in the bottom, like, notification bar, and I'm like, that's why? And the answer was, somebody really wanted to talk to me right now. Anyway, so Skitter smacks other plank tree, and it's Greg's turn.
You're basically Stewie Griffining. Hey, 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 Wander. Hey, hey, look over
I
here.
hate you. Shut up. Alrighty. Ekans. Is snake spelled dead word?
Oh, you hit.
And I
Oh,
hit
that's why you're
again.
calling him Ekans.
Ekans.
Okay. He is looking... So you did...
And Arbok, but with a K.
You did-
No, I mean I didn't.
34
I didn't
too.
recognize that was the face he was calling Ekans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It kind
looking-
I don't remember what Ekans looks like, but it kind of looked like that.
He's looking pretty bad for, I mean, you know when, like, the tree has, like, most of a giant chunk missing out of it, but it hasn't fallen yet? That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Alarin, it's your turn.
Okay, my turn. what to do. There's so many things that could be done. Let's see. I'll probably do the Spirit Guardians. Why not? Get some extra damage in. And they have to make wisdoms savings throws against those.
Wait, what are they doing?
No, I'm doing the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, okay.
So that means I have to do 15 around myself.
Okay.
And
Drez.
my allies are not affected.
It got really quiet.
Well, it's your turn.
I was like, did I disconnect? I thought you
No.
had to calculate damage.
Well, I always get confused with this move.
Her
Is
Spirit Guardians work
an effective-
on their turn.
on their turn?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
It's-
it when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn? Yeah.
I don't actually know if you pop it up. I guess they would enter the area, so I guess all three of them will make the wisdom
So
saves.
I looked up a clarification about this, and so casting something on someone does not count as them entering the area.
Oh.
Okay, so they're gonna have to start
So
their
they'll-
turn
yeah.
in it.
Yeah, so they'll take the damage at the beginning of their turn. It's a penalty that happens if you walk into the zone during your turn.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll figure that out. Drez, it's your turn.
Because misinterpreting that is why it was nightmarishly powerful that one time in the prison.
What was?
The spike growth, I believe.
Oh, the
with
growth.
Kill
Yeah.
Hall.
Kill Hall.
Or
I'm gonna swoop.
okay.
It's
That
not attack of opportunity because I didn't
because
leave.
you never left his threat. Yeah.
I'm gonna blow up Plank.
Okay. Let's see. Other plank. He is at. Okay. Oh, right. That's 64 damage. Yep. You blow him
Yep.
up. Pretty much any time you touch somebody with
Unless they have variable hit points, yeah.
Nope, they do not have variable hit points. That would be a nightmare for me. Anyway, so yeah, you just dissolve him, and then the other two...
no. Plank is the red eye one.
Oh, you're dissolving the one.
I'm helping
sorry.
Dimitri since damage is happening over here from the rest of the party.
Okay,
who?
But I wasn't.
'Cause
Great.
there's
That's how close I
two
can get.
attempts at plank. There's good plank, and then there's other plank. Anyways,
Which one's other Plank?
other plank's the one directly behind you.
Oh yeah.
Well, I forgot Kahuna's roll again, didn't I?
Okay. Anyway,
Whoops.
so it's 8 die 8 damage, right? So that's max of 64. Oh, that does kill him. Apparently he
probably
has
wouldn't have
taken some
done that.
damage.
Nah.
I
Does
don't know.
Kahuna not have a character sheet?
When he took some damage.
Nope.
No.
But I don't think he would have hit with a 15, so...
Okay. So that's Drez's turn. So let's start with the Greg beatings. Miss and hit. You take another 14 damage.
I'm fine.
Okay. You're wearing the spiked armor, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that the reflection?
Yeah. Let me quick check this.
I have
think-
Goral armor on.
Yeah,
apparently.
Goral
anytime
armor.
something touches you physically, like punches you with a unarmored fist, or in this
Oh,
case...
we've never actually used this mechanic.
Yeah,
Huh.
well, you never even identified the armor, you just put it on.
Yeah.
So Ekans kills itself, and the other guy takes 1d6 damage, if you want to roll that.
Alright.
Actually, roll 2d6, because he's hit you twice now. Okay, so he takes
Oh,
it.
that's polar.
I've realized that by deleting the tree and not the face, they've become like Pac-Man ghosts. The face could like wander off into the back to the trees and like get another body.
No, don't give him any ideas. you
I do
fuck.
have a bunch of spare trees!
Okay, and those trees starting in my zone would take 15 or half that if they succeed on wisdom.
Okay, so one of them failed. Another of them failed. They all failed, so they all take 15.
Mhm.
Okay.
And Kahuna is going to smack Let's see.
Oh, that's 15 damage.
Does an 18 hit them?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he's smacking the purple one.
Okay.
And it's going to be 2d. Yeah, there we go. That's just another 10.
Okay. So then it is so we did Greg spam first. So next up Drez, Alarin, Kahuna. These things are critting more often than I thought they were going to. Okay, so Drez takes 21 damage.
God damn.
Alarin
Oof.
takes 12.
Okay.
And yeah, Kahuna got hit too. So Kahuna also takes 12.
Starting to really miss having reaction spells.
Okay, and then it is Skitter's turn. How hurt is this thing? It's near death.
Here's where we find out that, like,
And
if
Skitter misses.
we like remove the spear, they all just drop dead. Like they've been imbued by my massive druid power over the course of like the last like 3 months or whatever of them.
Are you saying that
sitting
like
here?
they grew from your spear? This forest is your doing.
They are the seed of my spear.
Oh,
That's
why are druids such perverts?
Greg, it's your turn.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yay! All right, I'm gonna kill Doofus McDumbface.
You literally starred in smut.
I mean, no, Gorlar wrote that. It's not canon though.
I'm never letting it not be canon.
All right, I guess I'll re-roll the other one.
Okay. So
We don't. That's not a fail.
yeah, I
That's
know.
just a reroll
I
for
know.
damage.
I know. I've learned my lesson.
I know. I just want to make sure.
Okay. Alarin, it's your turn.
My turn. Woo. I will. Let's see. What can I do? I'll just blast the two guys in front of me. So, 1, 2.
Okay, you hit with both. So you're hitting both of them?
Yeah, just the guy with the uneven eyeballs and then the cat-faced one.
Okay.
Face. It's got a
And
real
Drez,
cat
it's your
face.
turn.
And then I will roll for Kahuna.
Oh yeah, that too.
Let's see.
Got the body of a cat.
So that's
that
the
hits.
roll
Face
to
of a
hit.
cat.
And then the damage is that.
Hell.
Not very much. So that's going to be on the cat face one as well.
Okay. It's looking pretty bad. And now they all make wisdom saves. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Roll damage.
Okay.
Okay, so 7. Let's see. So cat-faced one dies.
Wah.
And perv one is still okay. And then they are going to start beating people.
Well, my turn.
Oh, right, your turn.
Yeah.
I thought you took your turn. I guess I'm
No.
mistaken.
You were
Okay,
like,
you
Drez,
do
do
it.
your turn, but then she was like, I'll roll for Kahuna, so I waited.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then I
always
forgot
forget about
because
Kahuna, my
a turn happened. I just stopped paying attention to whose.
Lightning bolt.
Okay.
That's definitely a P.
Well,
Speaking
Oh.
of deck saves.
yeah. Speaking of deck saves, so they all die. Admittedly, the perv one dies on its turn, leaving the last one to try and valiantly take another chunk out of Greg and fails.
That face was the star anyway.
Greg, you wanna?
I'm on
Take
it.
your turn.
Yeah.
No, it didn't hit you. It missed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'm gonna hit it. I'll reroll
Okay.
that. There.
Okay.
And then extra attack. Who could have seen that coming?
Okay. 38 damage. That's enough to take it out. I'm just gonna move this face over.
All right.
So all the trees are
Oh,
gone.
no.
So
Expression completely changed.
oh God. Alrighty. So what's the status on the spear in the tree?
Okay, so as you guys take out the last of the ents, the big tree actually kind of it relaxes a little bit and it does relinquish the spear.
Drez!
It looks a bit leafier than it used to be.
I pick up the spear and I throw it at Drez.
Okay, roll to hit.
Mhm.
All right. No, you get your full you get your full bonus on that one. Like to
All
hit.
right.
Also,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Does
Does Drez get a dex save or something?
Nah, AC.
Yeah. Okay, so you
I don't know what my full bonus is.
So roll a die 10 plus your strength damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
So Drez, you take about 18 damage as a spear lances into your shoulder, binding you to the ground as plants erupt from the wound.
Oh. Oh. Sorry.
What did you do?
I don't know. It did something.
Were you trying to murder him?
No.
I mean, we could. He's kind of helpless.
Why? What?
What?
Do you know what
Drez
happened
is-
the last time
Drez
someone
is
tried to
bound
murder me?
to the ground by this spear. I mean, technically he gets a save, but I don't know how much he's immediately resisting and how much he's just shocked by the fact that
That Greg's
But
an
Spear
wait,
idiot.
his
wait.
shoulder.
The spear is like protruding out the backside and into the ground where it's taking root. Is that what's happening?
effectively you hit somebody with it, they get entangled. There's other stuff too. It's it got some new abilities in its absence.
All right. I removed the spear from his shoulder.
Ouch! I'm not even
Drez,
the
how
one
much HP did
having
you
a spear
have?
removed from my shoulder.
I'm
and I
running
can tell
out.
that shoot.
Okay, yeah, you're probably pretty low at this point. Somebody is an amateur doctor and it shows. Here, I will be right back while you guys kind of audibly resolve this.
What is happening right now?
I could use medicine, and we can perform surgery with the axe.
These are literally all attacks. What are you doing?
We could perform. Okay, what I can do is I can go up to one of the trees and I can just whack on it until I get a critical miss with the axe of wonder, and then have it cast reduce on me so I become really small, and then I'll go into Drez's mouth and enter his bloodstream, and we'll remove the spear from the inside.
You're not
You are literally
fantastic
too
voyaging
stupid
this.
for this world. I'm
You
casting
can't
blight on the
possibly.
spear.
You're casting blade on the spear, but it's awesome.
Yes.
What are you doing?
You know.
We worked so hard for that spear, and you're just going to
This has
destroy
to
it?
stop. This has to stop now.
That's horrible. We killed so much nature for this spear.
and with that spear, you will kill me.
I did not kill you. You're still alive.
Well, what's the implication of casting blight on a spear that's currently embedded in your body?
We're gonna find out, because apparently Drez is gonna stick to this stupid idea.
But what if the blight spreads?
Exactly.
It only affects the target you target. It doesn't like spread to somebody else because they're hugging or anything.
No, that's true, but this is impaled in your
This
body.
this is much more intimate than just hugging you.
On the spear?
He's casting blight
Yes,
on
he
the
cast
spear
blight
while
on the
it's still
spear.
embedded in his body. This is not good.
Not like it spreads.
We're about to find out that indeed it does spread.
I
There are
His-
no words, are
His
there?
green
Yeah,
dragon magic will be
I
sapped
don't
from
know.
his body.
I think that's enough that you probably get hit by it. You don't just blight something away when it's embedded in you and expect it to be fine. I think Drez knocks himself out as he destroys the spear.
Still safer than what he was planning. You missed it, but he was planning on shrinking down and going on the amazing journey through my body.
He would have. It's a fantastic
So this
voice.
was a very good emergency solution for his insanity.
But he would have only had a 1 in 100 chance of getting that. You
Okay,
know.
well, you
Or how
destroy
many-
you destroy the spear.
We worked pretty damn hard for that spear.
And Drez
Did we?
Drez is out cold.
Why? Okay.
I don't have any healing items, so I guess I'm gonna go back in the tree.
Well, I'll give him a healing potion.
I get attacked by teammates in all of my campaigns.
I climbed the shit out of the tree.
Okay, what was a large healing potion? Roll again. 4 die.
Let me look it up. I have this bookmark.
The large one is 8 die 4 plus 8.
Okay.
Yep. And every time I look it up on the bookmark, Wander's always faster than me. But that's okay.
Okay, there you go.
My life is pain.
Yeah, about
I mean,
that.
that last one was kind of your fault, sorta.
Kahuna splishes in the water to heal himself. Yeah. What?
I cast mass cure wounds on specifically everyone except Greg.
Stop that. Kahuna doesn't want to have that face.
The only other face I have control over is this one. Alright.
Apparently, I only
Well-
control parts of faces.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I can't control some of my faces anymore.
Maybe because I was messing with them. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, well, Kahuna, heal up. I suppose we'll finally get the opportunity to investigate this building.
You've lost your stealth checks.
Because you're knocked out? Yeah.
Doesn't matter
very
anymore.
unconscious.
We killed everything that wanted to hurt us, so...
Famous last words.
Okay, so who's going down into the basement?
Well, I believe it was going to be Skitter, Drez, and myself, but now it just might be Skitter and myself because Drez has started to
Because
plop
somebody
onto the
got
ground.
impaled by their ally.
Oh, he's just gonna pout. Alright.
Drez, are you sure it's safe to be laying in the open? Does he need more healing potions? Do you have any more healing potions?
Well, alright.
Any case, come on, Skitter.
Okay.
Let's go see if we can find any spirits.
Okay, so you and Skitter go all the way back to
Yeah.
when things didn't look so good. Oh, shoot.
we're going back to episode 1 styles.
Gonna
a
take you
second.
back to the past.
To play the D&D that...
Give me a second. Once again, I put the map on the wrong layer, and when I was trying to zoom out, Firefox is like, "Oh, you want to go back to the beginning when you open this tab?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I really
Gonna
don't."
take you back to the past. To play the shitty caves at low res.
I mean, the res is fine.
Technically, yes,
Detail.
it is all vector.
Yeah.
There's some version of it somewhere that is infinite resolution.
He'd rather have a bugbear. Take a diarrhea
I
dump
assume,
on
does Roll20
Draz.
accept vector, or do you have to
No,
rasterize
it has
it?
to be.
Yeah,
It has
it's
to be
rasterize it.
PNGs or JPEGs or whatever.
I'd
Anywho,
rather eat a poisoned ration. That's the fault of Dimitri. That was kind of weird.
okay. So
And heal everyone in the party except
Okay.
Greg.
You need to make
trying
sure that we're over
to.
there.
It's yanking my chain again. So welcome back to
There
when
we go.
things looked awful.
Oh God.
Yeah, remember when this was not terrible looking?
Yeah. So, Skitter, I don't believe you had joined our party when we had come down here last.
No, this is new.
Yep. Back when it all began, we were just trying to figure out what had happened to this place.
So
And why there were so many zombies.
Still kind of working on that.
yeah, so speaking of, this entire place is overgrown. Like, almost immediately, you've just got, like, vines growing everywhere.
Okay. Lightsaber sword?
Yep. Okay, so you just start weed whacking your way through. After
So
a certain
if this is
point-
all overgrown, do we hear like cricket noises and like all like the typical
sounds
like
of nature.
jungly noises? Yeah.
You mean in the area you're in? No, it is pretty, apart from vegetation, it's actually pretty devoid of life up there. It's
Oh.
kind of eerie.
Oh, so there's
What
no
about in here?
animals or plants.
Down below, nothing.
There's no like ooh, 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 like
No.
N64 sound effect.
Nope.
Damn. All right,
It
that
is-
is weird.
It
All
is
right. And what's happened to the corpses that used
Okay.
to be lying here?
So you kind of get to the center of all of this, where the green crystal had been.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just thick with branches, and you realize as you cut through some of them that's kind of what ended up with the corpses. You end up cutting through ogre bone and people shin and stuff like that.
Ah, so they're growing out of the bodies that were left behind.
Yeah, and
Now-
you
Creepy, gross.
I'm gonna
weird.
put on the mask.
okay. So before or after clearing all the vines,
Wait, there's more vines in front of me?
the whole place is covered in vines. At this point, there's more vine than air to some degree.
I'll be having it on the whole time. I don't want to be cutting through a ghost accidentally.
Okay. So you get through a substantial portion of it before you find. Let's see, do you find? It's been about 2, maybe 3 weeks since you guys have been back through here, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because you were on the train for like 7 to 9 days, and before that you were here for at least probably a week.
Yep. So there's.
And he was dead before then. So you don't find any immediate ghosts in the vicinity. Roll an investigation check or a
Okay.
perception check, either or.
Let's see. Investigation or perception. I'll do that.
Okay. So you notice as you kind of cut through that there is kind of a humming noise coming from the side room.
Is there another crystal? I peer in.
Okay. Let's see. I think this was the art asset.
Yeah. There's the pedestal.
Oh.
Yeah. So more or less where the previous one had been placed, there's a different crystal. And it seems to be kind of the heart of all of this.
It's also green?
It is green, yes. Though it looks cruder and like kind of uncut. Like somebody had to go find a replacement and couldn't find something as nice.
All right. And there's no one else in this room.
No. You do not find any ghosts. You do, I mean, there are bodies, but they're kind of just bodies.
I have a feeling that this is going to be like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where if I take it, everything's going to fall apart. So I'm going to head on to the cells before we nab that crystal.
Isn't that a different, like, Lucas movie? I guess that was Spielberg. I don't think you know about that.
Yeah.
That's pushing it a little bit.
Okay,
That's a
fine.
fan theory. Okay, so you...
But hey,
Shut up,
Clear-
it's fan cannon.
Harrison Ford's in both.
Yeah, there-
Okay. Now
There's
then.
actually, like, a fairly well-done fan fiction that, like, kind of sets it up so
Indiana Jones becomes Han Solo?
No,
No.
vice versa. He
That'd be-
crash
What?
lands on Earth
What?
and is like, well, I can't get back. Anyway, so you make your way to the cells, which are less overgrown. Eventually you find your way to the
Grand
corpse of the
Master.
wizard.
Yeah. So I put on the mask. Hopefully he's still there, still clinging to his corporeal form.
Okay, you do find a wizard ghost. I don't know if I have any immediate wizards drawn. Let me see if I have anybody that would qualify. Let's go with Rune Splinter for this. He's got a
Okay.
beard. Let's see. So he actually looks like he's not particularly, he looks like he's just kind of hanging out.
Grandmaster.
What's that?
Oh God.
He looks at you, and he looks surprised that you can see him, until he sees the mask, and then he kind of, like, nods and is like, it's a priest here to give me my final rites.
Actually, I received this mask from a priest.
A charlatan, I see how it is.
I mean, I am a bard. I flash a smile. Ching! Though you probably can't see it when it's behind a mask, so that sort of defeats the purpose, but...
I don't know if Bard's a really good counter-argument for its claim.
Yeah, I suppose bards are charlatans. Yeah. Well...
Yeah.
Well, you're not-
I wanted to say I apologize for looting you probably 2 weeks ago.
You're that weird blue elf chick.
I'm a Triton.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what did you do with the rod? That needs to get back to the Mages Guild immediately.
Well, actually, can you remind me who are the two brothers? The Wizard Brothers? They were like I thought
I
those
can check the
started
names
with F's.
because I don't remember where I wrote their names down.
It's funny.
It was a Zach.
Oh,
Isaac and a Zach, wasn't it?
Isaac and okay.
I think that's them.
No, that makes sense. I got mixed up. It's funny how I can remember random
I thought it was the
NPCs names, but not important ones.
I think it was the Percuba brothers.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
So the brothers have the rod, though they made off with it in a hurry after I...
The brothers, those idiots. They have the rod? Oh, well, it's doomed then.
What do you mean by doomed, Grandmaster?
I mean, you don't really... Well,
I mean,
it takes you about 80 years to get past, well, apprentice rank. Or if you don't even get past apprentice rank, you don't really qualify as much of a wizard, right?
I'm not too familiar
Well,
with...
they're not even at the apprentice rank yet. That's, like, you found the worst delivery men ever.
Oh, well, I didn't really have much choice in the matter. You see, I'd been safeguarding the rod and using it as a means of teleporting my band across the realm and even to the astral plane.
Aha.
But
You don't actually know what it does, do you?
no, that's why I came to ask you the significance of the rod.
Well, see, that's the thing. All we know it's is important. I didn't even know you could teleport with it.
Oh, really? Well, it gets these little glowy rings if you touch it to something that's magical in nature.
Huh.
Especially those obelisks that are scattered throughout the land that are also made out of the same black obsidian material.
We tried that. Didn't do a thing.
Then I wonder if it's me. Ta-da! Chosen one material. No, I'm kidding.
Bit late for a chosen one prophecy. You're probably just lucky. Anyway, you need to get that rod back. It's, we don't know what it does, but it's, I mean, it's a major artifact of some variety.
Well, so...
What if you just had the Orb of Annihilation loose? Well, it is loose.
Wait,
To get it back,
the Orb of Annihilation, what's that?
well, it's a big black ball, and when you touch it, you go poof. Can't
Oh.
really keep a hold on the thing, so it just goes wherever it wants. There's a problem.
Oh, is it loose in the city right now?
No. No, I mean, technically you can use a wall of force to bat it around like some kind of morbid ping pong ball. And usually we bat it back up into the sky whenever it comes back down.
Oh, well, can you tell me what happened in the days leading up to this massacre? How did you end up in this cell?
Well, oh geez, let me think. So, there's the festival. Great big party. Everybody was really excited for it, prepped for it for about a month. Maybe two. I mean, the druids were busy at it for even longer, almost like half a year, but they weren't telling anybody, and it was all hush hush and...
That's because they intended to kill everyone.
Ah, that would explain why nobody came down with my cake. But so, well, I chose this short straw, and I was not invited to the party. I had to keep watch over the Black Rod and the other artifacts. And then it kind of went wrong. The Royal Guard broke into the Mages Guild. They raided the vaults. I could only make it out with a handful of trinkets in the Black Rod. Everything else was too big to carry. I came here looking for a way out. It was a smuggler that owns this establishment, you see. But when I got here, it was almost as if he didn't recognize me. And he clubbed me over the head and left me for dead down here, which looks to have actually been the thing.
That's because he was afflicted with some kind of necromancy.
Well, I mean, that would explain it. So,
And you just starved down here?
no, you take at my age, you take a hard bonk on the head and that's it. You're done.
Oh.
Whammo. He looks very old. Very muscular, but also very old.
I see. Well, I suppose I should fill you in on what's happened since. Essentially, the druids are calling themselves the Reclaimers, and they're...
Yes, it was rebranding. It seemed like a nice idea. They're planning on bringing nature back to the city.
Well, they decided to kill everyone else in order to do so.
Oh, fertilizer. Gotcha.
Yeah. But then also the nobles seem to have sold themselves to some kind of eldritch entity from another realm of existence. It has a lot of tentacles.
Wait. Tentacles. You mind, explaining that one a bit further?
Well, the thing is, I don't really know what he looks like, but I know what his brother looks like.
Uh-huh.
The beast.
I can hear you, you know.
Oh, well, the beast, is it alright if I describe what you look like to him?
I mean, it would be woefully inaccurate, but sure.
What do you mean by woefully inaccurate?
I'm fabulous.
Well, then I will describe you to,
False advertising.
okay, in any case. So...
You should see me on my home realm.
Okay, imagine a beast of gigantic proportions. Probably the head alone is about, I would say, probably, what is it, 20, 30 feet across? No, 60. He's massive. And he has these small, wide-set eyes and a large maw that nearly encompasses the entirety of the width of his skull. And there are long, sharp, thin, white fangs. And tentacles. I didn't really see much else of him, aside from what was poking out above what supposedly was his own blood. That was rather kind of gross. It's magenta in color, like my hair.
Magenta? Huh. And you say you've seen him?
Why, yes. What happened was, we were sort of teleported, right? Oh, right, no, I was grabbed.
Because Hector mentioned the same thing.
Wait,
in
who?
his reports. Hector,
I think he had taken over the hold and was slain.
Oh, he's a fine mage. Could sling a lightning bolt faster and better than anybody else.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the mages seem to have, they had befallen a terrible fate there. The whole place had been encompassed with magenta crystals.
Wait, the Mages Guild or?
No. This was the keep.
Oh, Fort Zagnoth.
Fort
I
Zagnoth.
gotcha.
Yes.
Well, that place sucked. I always told Hector it was the wrong place to be. Man of his talent should be, out in the world researching stuff, doing experiments and things.
Actually, do I still have Hector's journal?
Yeah, you probably do.
Okay, here's Hector's journal. Don't know if you can touch it.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'll flip to his final entries.
Do you remember what I had written in Hector's journal, or do I have to go, digging through it?
All he had said was the arrival of, a couple of individuals at the very end that were of some significance, and that was it.
No, that was not Hector's journal.
Oh, really?
No.
No?
No, Hector's research notes were elsewhere. I guess none of you guys actually picked them up.
Oh, alrighty then. Well, in any case, so this creature, he says that the nobles have been imprisoning him, taking his lifeblood to use for their own twisted ends, their eldritch magics that make them look like these tentacle-faced, cephalopodic
Mind
entities.
flayers, I know.
Mind
what they
flayers.
are.
Okay.
So they're bleeding extraplanar beings dry and, drinking their blood. That sounds dangerous. I wonder who would do that.
Well, the nobles, correct?
They're too stupid to figure that sort of thing out.
So you think there's
You ever heard of the phrase brains behind the operation? Those nobles, the only thing they care about is living long enough to, sell out their mothers. It's a weird goal, but they do it.
So you're saying that they would probably have traded others for their own immortality?
They'd trade the whole city for immortality if they could. By the looks of it, they might have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the only thing that I've heard mentioned was this warlock.
A warlock. We drove the warlocks out of town a long time ago. They were bad at conventions and smelled weird.
Warlock, Gorlar. I solved the riddle.
I was thinking of
Gorlock.
my father is a warlock.
And? Did he smell weird? I bet he smelled weird.
Well, you can't really smell that well underwater.
Oh, right.
So
Weird blue elves.
Call that the
Gotcha.
sharks.
Oh, right, they can smell blood, apparently. But I don't know how our olfactory systems work.
Water around him had a pungent stank. I gotcha. That's fine.
I don't know. Well, he was called. He left for Zagnoth, and I really do hope that he isn't involved in all this.
Well, I mean, did he look like you? Because,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any weird blue elves in Zagnoth. Pretty much ever. I mean, there's the drow, there's the normal elves, there's the kind of weird in-between elves. There's the short elves. I think we call them halflings.
All this problematic racial language of there's the normals.
Everything's elves. Jeez.
There's more elves than anything else. Why can't we just have elves and can't we just have people? Nope. Everybody has to have a label.
He's old. It's fine. He's got to accept that he comes from a different time.
Is this his fault? Was he the one people that's build that dome?
I miss the old days.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the dome, currently Zagnoth is being encapsulated by the other cities.
Classic containment protocol. The other Archmages Guild, it's a rule. If a city goes under and it smells fishy, you just put it under a dome and you wait for it to go away. And if it doesn't go away, then you nuke it from orbit.
What?
Well,
With what?
Fireballs.
Now, how long would they
been
perpetuate
Chernobyl.
this quarantine process? This only happened, I would say, 2 days ago, maybe 3.
well, so that's the thing. The dome does two things. One, makes it so nothing can get in, nothing can get out. It also keeps you trapped there for a while. So it's probably only been about half a day outside.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So time passes differently?
Real slow outside, real fast in here.
Oh no. Skitter, if we don't solve this, we're gonna age. I'm probably gonna see my nieces and nephews when they're No. Wait,
They're
I don't
they're
have any
cowards and they're
siblings. What am I
impatient.
talking about? They'd probably be like cousins' children.
Aren't you like an elf that like lives for a very long time?
I actually don't think Tritons have lifespans.
You got the
that-
short end of the genetic stick there, then.
We're not elves.
Uh-huh.
Googling lifespan of dragons.
Oh, dragons can live thousands
Hundreds
of
and
years,
hundreds of
probably.
years.
Let me see. Let me look up Triton lifespan. I don't think they live that much longer than humans.
Oh wait,
I
I'm a
mean-
druid. I'm gonna be immortal soon anyway.
Could be worse. You could be a goblin. Life expectancy about 12 years.
Okay, so
Really? That's pretty long.
so Triton's lifespan's about 200 years.
If I
That's-
reach level 18, I'll age at 1/10 the speed.
Huh.
Which is scary as a dragon, because then you age, like,
Yeah.
glacially. Maybe you'll poop once a decade. Metabolism just goes right down.
By the end, I'll be such an epic dragon that I'll be like grounds for a WoW expansion.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. You'll be a mid boss for the next campaign.
We'll one-shot you.
That'd be
We'll
so
throw a tree
that'd be
token
so
at you.
depressing if we made new characters for new campaign and we fought our old party and just destroyed them instantly.
Yeah, just like plowed through them without even a second thought.
Well, that bugbear
It's
was
like,
kind
oh,
of
look
an
at this
idiot.
dead guy.
Why'd that bugbear attack his teammate?
So,
Hey, where'd that goblin go?
Grandmaster, how would we be able to contact the mages that are creating the dome to get them to
Outside?
stop?
Well, I mean, you'd probably have to give, like, an overt signal that, everything's okay. Luckily for you, there's, like, there's a thingamadoo back in the Mages Guild. We never labeled it. It was mostly just the, what do you call it? Like a telephone? You could call somebody outside, anyway, and let them know everything's okay.
Well,
But,
everything isn't
if-
okay.
Yeah, then that would be a problem. If they
Well-
found out that you were trying to pull their legs, they'd probably just nuke you from orbit.
Well, is there any way to get the people out there are unaffected by all this? Would they let a couple individuals out if they were, screened or something?
I mean, you could escape if you wanted to, I guess. But that could be bad. Who knows what kind of weird dread diseases you're all carrying? I don't know what blue elves carry.
Hey.
If we really wanted to leave, we could just go through Merrick's portal, who was presumably outside the kingdom, I think.
I think it's reptiles
Presumably
that
we
carry
were
salmonella,
staying
right?
here because we had like a goal of some kind, not because we want to leave.
And so the party gets some much-needed answers and gets a little bit of direction in their journey to the Mages Guild, past the Druids, so on and so forth. But what awaits them there, and what more does the Archmage have to say? Well, find out next time on the next episode of Dungeons & Dragons: Grave of Man.